Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has banished his pants and underwear to the afterlife and is currently using telepathy to jack his own boner off. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, Boominati.
And transmitting to us from Dracula's castle, the bearded, bloody booger eater known as Shuddy Boy.
You.
Oh yeah, brat brat indeed. So, we've got a lot to discuss this week, but when I sat down at my my MSPH poo command center, I found
A post-it note.
Oh, there's many of those. But I found a grinder that I've had. This 100% has to go back to the East Coast days, I'm sure. And it's got a Keef catcher, which I'm sure at this moment is busting at the seams full of Kiefer Sutherland. But
Why don't you open it and do a reveal and let us see?
I don't even know if I can crack this thing open. It might be sealed with gooey Keef. But I was at Carl's place and I was about to grind up some weed with it, and she was like, "What's going on in there? Is that grinder okay?" I was like, "Yeah, it's just fucking old. You know, it's like me. I look like shit. I'm old, but I'm hanging in." But she was like, "No, the stuff in there is like all red." And, you know, obviously I'm colorblind, and I don't see it. I see just remnants of decades of ground up weed being mashed into the top of it in between the teeth. And now that I'm like talking about this, and I was just about to show it to you guys and ask you guys what color it is, I forgot that my fucking webcam is all shitty and always makes me look blue. So I don't even know what color this is going to look like to you guys.
Well, we'll tell you.
You see that circle?
Yeah, that's brown.
It's brown?
Yeah. It's like a poop brown.
Or a rust colored, so I could see dark red. All that is just old weed in there that I think is just browned. You need to let that soak in some rubbing alcohol.
I don't know if you guys, I'm going to guess Shuddy does not, but Jeff, you might be as funky as me. I used to relish how disgusting I could get my marijuana paraphernalia. Like, I had this bong that I got when I was 19, James Bong.
Wait, isn't relish what you put on a hot dog?
I mean, it is, but he's using it also correctly. Do you want to guess? Say that sentence again. Let's play a game. Let's turn this into an impromptu game. Say that sentence again, Kevin, and then Jeff. Using context clues, let's see how close to the actual definition in context you can come to.
Okay, I will catch up on your guys' vocabulary.
Shit, I don't even remember what my sentence was. Oh, okay.
I used to relish in trying to get my first bong as dirty as I could.
I was just kind of more or less saying a dad joke. It was
okay.
It was improperly timed. It's just to like strongly look forward to something.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
No, I mean, it would have made it funnier had you really not known. I do like the joke though. That's what got us to both jump on. All right, let's let you figure this out. But yes, you are correct, Jeff.
And because of my sordid / shitty history with using words, I tried to not use that word ever because I was like, wait a second. Am I saying it right, or am I using like the hot dog garnish inappropriately? You know what I mean?
You guys know, I really hot dog wiping from back to front.
Like, am I strap medaling relish, or does this actually work?
So I got the Keef compartment home, and you guys want to see how much Kiefer Sutherland I'm working with?
Yes, let's see.
Meow 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 meow.
Oh my
That is,
god!
I've never seen Keith that shade of brown though.
It's brown.
It's like dirt brown according to the camera.
Yeah, it doesn't scare me though. Like I would
No, I'd still
definitely.
smoke it. It's just you can tell it's hasn't been added to recently.
Yeah, but I'm coming over soon. Save that. Me, you, and Kiefer Sutherland are gonna party.
Well, maybe we should Google if Keef expires and if it can like murder you.
Maybe we shouldn't and just do it. Well, I don't want to get murdered, but nah, let's just play through, baby.
I
What's
was
the worst that's gonna happen?
I was at a house party in Havertown once, and I think it was this exact grinder. I opened it up and I was like, let's see how much Keef I've got, and it was packed to the gills, and I chopped out a line and snorted it, and that was a very, very bad decision.
Okay, so from Reddit 9 years ago, cleaning around the
Beautiful.
house when I found out about 2 grams of keef still in its container from a dispensary. I believe it's about less than a year old, but I don't remember it being a tannish color. So, sort of like yours. The first comment from Angry Space Dino is yes, keef this old can be fatal.
Oh, come on.
Luckily for
Bullshit.
you, I have a keef disposal facility in my near vicinity. Why don't you send it my way so I can get rid of it safely for you?
There we go. Okay.
Like, I was like, I read the first what is it, 7 words of this, and I was like, oh no, and then I read further. I'm like, oh, it is.
Good joke.
It's a joke. It could just be dried out, so it might burn harsher, but you're not going to be in any danger.
Yeah, because when I snorted a line of Keef, it was it's very pollen like. So
it is pollen, I believe.
I sneezed like 30,000 times, and like my eyes got real puffy and started watering, and like booger snots were just like dripping down my face, down to my chin. I did not look as cool as I thought I was going to. But
it's actually, so nobody corrects me, it's the flower's trichomes resin glands. It's not pollen.
Is that pollen adjacent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're getting into way too much.
Wait, you mean adjacent like in Friday the 13th?
It is spooky season for at least 2 more days.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a majority of people are going to be listening to this on Halloween.
I can't go into this definition, this very scientific explanation of trichomes to get your answer, but it does not appear they're pollen adjacent.
Well, it felt like I snorted a line of pollen because holy shit did my allergies go.
Well, there's such
out of
fine
control.
granules that of course it was going to make you sneeze.
Yeah, I mean, I was red, swollen, puffy, tears, and like clear mucus snotters running down my face. It was very bad. Shocking, I did not get laid that night.
Huh. Who'd have thunk?
So, yeah, I mean, the trip back east that I just went on cut a little bit into my yearly rewatches of horror movies because I like to save some of the heavy hitters towards the end. And now that it's Mischief Night, Devil's Night, or some people have no idea what that means. So the day before Halloween, I'm only going to have time to watch a couple on the list.
My heavy hitter. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff. Your question is more important.
Well, I mean, it's, I guess, for both of you. What is is there a traditional Halloween movie that you think is the scariest, or just I don't know, the most Halloween themed that you guys save for October 31st?
Well,
I think we're doing The Shining, or my brothers are doing The Shining tonight. So that would be their answer.
I usually do Trick or Treat, even though it's not the greatest movie in the world. It's just a very fun Halloween movie.
Did you see they're doing a sequel?
I didn't, but another one of my heavy hitters that I usually watch very close to Halloween is It Follows, and I just saw they announced that's getting a sequel. Same writer director, and Micah Monroe is coming back to star in it. So that's very exciting. I think It Follows is a fucking five-dicker.
Uh, tonight, for What the Fuck Did I Just Watch, wrapping up the spooky season movies. I shouldn't say that because I'm sure Dom is going to have something spooky season adjacent next. Nope, I know what the next movie is, and it's not spooky season adjacent. We're wrapping up with Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
Have either of you seen it?
No, we have not.
Man, that's probably
Really, I would assume that's in Dom's regular rotation.
And then tomorrow, because of the way I've operated spooky season, I am not going to get to either of my usual must watches.
What are those?
Typically Monster Squad and Green Room.
Oh man, you're not watching Monster Squad this year?
Because Draven requested a double feature tomorrow night of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Part 2.
Ooh. That's solid.
It's a truly scary movie.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is fucking incredible. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is so incredibly bizarre and in the other direction that I love that one a whole bunch too.
Well, what do you mean in the other direction? Like it's not scary. It's not comedy.
It kind of is. It's
really?
it's
okay.
It's weird. It's a weird fucking movie. And like the first Texas Chainsaw is so just gritty and grounded in reality and terrifying. And the second one is like 80s cheesy camp, weird, Dennis Hopper, but it fucking rules. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. Dude, this is probably way too deep cut for most people, but they're putting out a 4K release of Monster Squad, I think next month, which is, I don't know why they didn't get it in time for October, but it also comes with a disc of the Wolfman's Got Nards documentary, which I've always wanted to watch.
You say Wolfman has nards?
Yeah, that's a line from the movie.
It's in Monster Squad.
Wolfman Has Nards is a very good documentary.
And I think it's directed
I have
by...
watched it on Apple TV.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was directed by the lead kid from Monster Squad, obviously as an adult.
That is correct.
But the kid that played Fat Kid, a.k.a. Horace, I think he died of pneumonia at like 19.
Yeah, he was super young.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And I think they go over that in the documentary too. So I've always been wanting to check it out. I've just never gotten around to it. So I might splurge to get Monster Squad again on 4K just to get a disc of that documentary. But anyway, I just got back last night from the East Coast. It's the first Jersey trip I've made in a while where I actually got to hang and party. And, oh boy. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, Shuddy, did we party. Good Lord. How was your next
decisions
day?
were made.
It
was hell.
Yeah.
It was hell. I had fun. And it helped me. I was in not the greatest of moods. But I got right to the line of where if I hadn't switched to Miller Lite when I did, we could have been in the mood. We could have been in for some weepy Shuddy Boy nonsense.
Wait, you were getting all emotional and torn up at the bar?
No, I wasn't. I'm saying that with how I was feeling like before you got out here, dealing with my heartbreak and all of that. uh it could have, luckily it didn't, but I was worried earlier in the day that the night was going to go sideways and I was going to ruin Dom's birthday.
We would have gotten an appearance from Emo Shuddy.
Yeah, but it didn't. We got Ice Ice Baby Shuddy instead.
Which a lot of people saw on my Instagram story and the podcast's Instagram story. Man, so this past week was my mom's birthday and Dom's birthday. And I was like, all right, that seems like a good excuse to make an extended trip back to Jersey and see everybody. And Dom's girlfriend put together a really nice surprise party for him. And she was telling me that, so he had it at this bar that everybody used to go to constantly back in the day. And where Dom's karaoke stomping ground. So she reached out to them and reserved the side room where they moved the karaoke to now, that I guess it's a less popular attraction. She got that place sealed off for like a private event just so we could, throw Dom a surprise. And she got all this He-Man stuff. Like she got a He-Man happy birthday banner, bunch of He-Man balloons, He-Man dishware, and a custom-made He-Man cake. And when she was talking to the people at the bar about like getting there early to set it all up, they were like, "Wait a second, how old is your boyfriend turning?" And she had to be like, "Yeah, 44." Wait, your boyfriend is turning 4? No, 44. But he's got.
I was
He-Man,
almost doing the same
He-Man
thing
cake
for
too.
my birthday party with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I only got napkins though. I didn't go all out like Dom.
Yeah, it was.
I could see Dom really leaning into that theme though.
Oh my God. It was getting him there. I gave him this story that we had a dinner reservation at a restaurant, but we were going to stop at a bar for a drink beforehand. And as we're walking into the bar, like he's asking me a million questions about the restaurant we're going to for dinner. So I'm like, I'm having to like force him to like, he like stopped as we're entering. I hear them counting down, getting ready to shout surprise. Dom stops like dead in his track in the door. He's like, "So where is this restaurant we're going to?" I'm like, let's talk about this inside. Get in this fucking room. Let's go.
We're trying to surprise you. Will you shut the fuck up and act surprised?
Yeah, well, you just not worry about what's supposed to happening in an hour. Let's focus on right now.
Yeah.
Really? You guys got a dinner reservation for 9:00? That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get in there and we're drinking, and Dom's lady had a very nice spread of bar food set out that was fucking delicious. You would have been a big fan, Jeff. It was heavy
bar food.
Heavy hitters. It was a big tray of mozzarella sticks with sauce, chicken tenders, boneless buffalo poppers, and then
There's no hot dogs there, right?
No hot dogs, none. They were persona
Yeah, we don't want
non
another
grata.
incident.
Although Shuddy did get to retell the Dom choking on a hot dog at a sporting event story.
Yeah, because Dom
big hit.
told an old friend just the bare minimum parts of the story. He told him that he choked on a hot dog at the game. I'm like, he didn't tell you any of the lead up to it, because the choking, the story is so wild.
Yeah.
It's just it's so like we were riding such a high from partying with college kids to having to leave the game early because Dom almost died. Like, it was such a wild ride of emotions.
Yeah, it was great hearing that again, because there were some details that even I had forgotten. But it was a great time. The food was awesome, and then once they opened it back up to the general public, people started flooding in. The karaoke started, and it had been, I don't know, it had to have been like at least 15 years since I've been to the Tally Ho. And that was the place where we used to go constantly. I mean, I almost got kicked out of there because on St. Patty's Day, I brought a bunch of cutouts of 4-leaf clovers and a staple gun, and I was just going up to random people at the bar, letting them staple shamrocks onto my chest and stomach. And
Seems fun.
the staff did not appreciate the fun and games that I was bringing that night, and they stole my staple gun from me. But yeah, I mean, that was the type.
Did
of
they give you a
shenanigans
chance to keep it if you left?
I don't think so.
Or was it like one of those things like elementary school teacher where you get it back at the end of the school night?
I don't think I got it back at the end of the school night. They just fucking took it from me. But, that was the era when we were going regularly. We were in our 20s, and we could still party like maniacs. And now we go back there, and we're all in our 40s, and it's still in a college town, so all these college kids are showing up, and we're like, God damn it.
I will admit that from not being partiers in general anymore, and also not partying with me frequently, and not knowing that I was going to go off reservation and start drinking Southern Comfort again on Friday night, I ordered my first drink knowing that Kevin doesn't like it and plotting a way to try and if I walked up to him, how I could get him to taste it.
Oh, and I felt
without
fucking
telling him what it was. And I didn't even have to do anything. He just went, what is that? And I was like, here, try it. And he took a huge gulp of it and almost puked on the floor.
Yeah, I have not had Southern Comfort for probably like 20 years. Ever since I got way too drunk drinking SoCo and lime shots at my old electrician Christmas party that I puked out the window of my uncle's pickup truck on the Garden State Parkway and completely coated the bed of the pickup truck in my vomit that froze by the time we got back to his house, that he had to hose off and unfreeze like a puke popsicle. And just the smell of Southern Comfort will make me retch, and fucking bitch-ass Shuddy Boy tricked me into drinking it and actually consuming it. So that was a horrible way to start things. I knew you were like, oh, I'm only going to have like 3 drinks. I don't even drink anymore. And when Shuddy Boy snuck up behind me and kicked me in my nuts from behind, I knew we were in trouble. If Shuddy Boy starts kicking people in the nuts, that's when it's like, oh, shit.
No. Let's not put it as people in the nuts. It's only you. It's only you, and it would have back in the day. It would occasionally be Dom, but it was his night. I wasn't going to do that to him. But you were. He was standing, his legs spread just perfectly enough that I could just get my full foot and catch him right where the foot meets the ankle with the upshot.
Oh yeah, it was everything in one shot. It was grundle, nuts, and penis all in one kick.
It's the amateur hour, Kevin.
I guess so.
You can't be standing there with your nuts just
and you know what?
Out in the open.
You know what? I even reminded this motherfucker that I got him in the nuts later in the night, and I faced 0 retaliation.
I like to play the long game. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to have no penis and be like, what the fuck happened? And I'll be like, ha ha, pranked.
But, when we had known that this party for Dom was going on, I had figured it was going to be go hang out for a little while, be home relaxing by midnight. And we got thrown out of the bar because it was closing time.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I closed out a bar.
I can't remember it either. And then we got Wawa and then sat up at my house until after 4 a.m. just talking.
Yeah, and then we smoked.
You two or like more people?
Me, Draven, and Kevin.
Yeah, and I got the
wonderful.
the spins, and that was when it was like, okay, I'm going to bed. I have to be up in a few hours anyway to drive to Lincroft, New Jersey, to have lunch with my family at noon. So I got like 3 hours of sleep that night, And I even knew, like getting ready to go to sleep, I was like, tomorrow is going to be absolutely fucking terrible. Like, I don't know why we added a shot into the mix. Like, at one of the very last drinks we ordered, we got cocktails and a shot of vodka. Like, what the fuck?
I walked up to Kevin. We went up to get a drink, and I was like, let's do a shot. And he was like, okay, but no whiskey and no Southern Comfort. How about vodka? When I was thinking, like, what had prompted me to do it is the bartender poured something that looked to be like Swedish fish, like something fucking really tame and sugary. And Kevin said vodka, so I panicked and ordered shots of Grey Goose.
I mean, I always forget that those pussy ass shots exist.
Like, I was watching like Swedish fish getting poured. I'm like, let's do shots, and Kevin's like, vodka. I was like, all right.
We drink vodka, comrade. And that was after probably already having 8 gin and tonics for me.
And you should have did a lemon drop shot.
I think I made it
Southern Comforts and Sprites and a Jaeger bomb.
I think I made it into double digits for the first time in a very long time.
I got really damn close if I didn't, but yeah, Saturday was brutal. Like, the dogs would not let me sleep past 8:00 upstairs because they wanted to go out and have breakfast. And then I fell asleep on the couch with an alarm set so I could make sure Kevin was up in time to get ready and leave. And then he came downstairs, and I could see immediately how bad he was hurt.
Yeah.
I heard the toilet flush like twice before he got in the shower, and then it took him like 15 minutes after the shower went off and 2 more toilet flushes to come out, and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, there were 2 poops and a barf. Like, I pooped, and then I turned the shower on, and then I was like, oh no, now I have to barf. And I learned very quickly that I did not chew my Wawa hoagie enough the night before because...
so it was a painful vomit.
Yeah, it was painful. It was thick and chunky. It was like I shit it out of my mouth. Like, I felt it all, like every twist and turn that it made on its way out, I felt it. And then that grossed me out and made me puke even more. And I basically puked to the point where I was dry heaving. And I was like, oh, fuck me. And I took Advil and stuff, but right beforehand, so I puked those up and had to take more. Get out of the shower, and then it's like, fuck, now I have to drive over 2 hours. And like, my head was spinning. I felt like I got hit by a bus. Fucking head hurt, stomach's upset, body aches. If I turned my head too quick, everything started spinning, and I'm like, oh my God, why did I do this?
I should have sent you with some liquid death.
It was absolutely brutal.
And we had Gatorade in the... I just remembered right now that there's Gatorade in the house.
I mean, I probably would have drank that and puked it up.
But I mean, for me, I was dead all day Saturday. I was dead all day. Like, Draven came downstairs around noon, and we watched some TV, and I woke up at like 3:30 in the recliner. He had gotten tired of watching TV, I guess, while I snored. Like, I was dead all day Saturday. Like, dead all day Saturday. Like, it was rough. Even yesterday, I didn't feel 100%.
Yeah, I didn't either. That was a travel day for me.
I'm not built for that anymore.
No.
Hashtag built different.
But it was fun. I'm glad Dom had a good time.
Did he get as tore up as you guys?
I don't think so. Oh, he did?
Yeah. He was. I don't know that he was definitely tore up faster than we were. So I don't know what happened. Once that I had hit that point. I don't know what happened with him.
Well, Dom, he closed out the bar with us.
Was all over the place.
Oh yeah, I mean, you had your fucking vape pen. We're out, smoking. I mean, we smoked a decent amount of weed in the day before we even got to the bar, and then smoked at the bar. And we smoked back when we got back to your place, right? Or no?
Then we smoked a blunt when we got back to my house at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was a very, very vivid reminder that I do not have what it takes anymore. I am, in fact, in my 40s.
If anything, it's taught us you need to come back east more and hang out so we don't feel like we have to behave like that because it's so infrequent.
I mean, we did, but the shout when we took the shot of vodka was, "We're still cool." Amongst all these fucking college kids, here comes the fucking gray guys. Like, hey, we're still cool. We're doing shots of vodka over here.
College kids who are, every single one of them is dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get that memo.
Surprised Dom didn't go as like He-Man cosplay or some shit.
Well, Dom
didn't
didn't know. Dom thought we were just going out
right.
to dinner for his birthday. Like, he didn't
Well,
know
even more
anything.
so. Even more to the point.
No, he was Ken from Street Fighter, remember? Man, but it was... You know what? Now that I'm on the other side of it, it was fucking worth it. It was worth the thrashing. I mean, it definitely... Like, my last day was definitely spent in low speed. But man...
Yeah, I mean... I didn't leave the house at all. Yes, Saturday. Trying to remember if Draven and I. No, Saturday I did run out to pick up coffee and pork roll, egg and cheese sandwiches for Draven and I.
Man, that was the first thing I did when my mom picked me up from the airport. We went straight to the TikTok diner and got pork roll, egg and cheese.
But that was the only time I left the house until work this morning.
Yeah, I wish I had that same luxury. But yeah, that was fun. And before Dom's party, we went to some like hillbilly flea market, which
Quakertown Farmers Market.
That place was so hee-hawed out. I was convinced that if you looked hard enough, you could find someone that would sell you meth in one of those little stations.
Oh,
what does hee-hawed out mean?
Like real redneck.
Lots of mossy oak clothing.
And like the real
if you Google
straggly...
that, Jeff, it'll really fuck up your Twitter algorithm even more. Like it'll just
mossy oak clothing. Okay, look it up. Googling it now.
A lot of people selling shirts with pictures of Trump saying "Never surrender." A lot of stuff like that.
There are several stores in there that I won't go into because of.
I mean, it's all just like they're all like Trump boutiques. But they did have what, Jeff?
Say, just looks like hunting gear.
Yeah, exactly.
You can buy a ghillie suit, which is pretty awesome. I told you guys that story about my buddy made a ghillie suit for our stick wars. Right? I told you guys that before.
For what wars?
Growing up, we used to play stick war in the woods, which is we just get sticks and beat each other with them, throw them at each other. And my buddy built a fucking ghillie suit and like got out in the woods like 2 hours before it even started. Like, buried himself in the ground. And I don't know, like I saw the ground moving from a distance and what the fuck? And like my little brother or my buddy's little brother like just kept walking. I was like, nah, Ben, stay back. Ben, stay back. He's like, what? What's up? And he just like keeps walking. And then all of a sudden, like some guy jumps out of the ground, my buddy in a fucking ghillie suit, and just like kidnaps this little kid and starts like fucking runs deeper into the woods. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, he just got taken by the Blair Witch.
I mean, I knew the ghillie suit was a possibility. I mean, he'd been working on it for a while, so he was going to unveil it eventually. But
I mean, he probably had
apparently
so
he could
many
have
fucking
just
ticks and bugs in his ass crack from that.
maybe, I don't know. I know it didn't let him. That didn't let him. That didn't stop because he could have just went and is Mossy Oak a style? It's in a store, right?
It's a
Oh,
brand.
it is the Mossy Oak store. Oh shit! All right, he could have just did that for a ghillie suit. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I drove by my old neighborhood and like the house that I grew up in, and drove past the woods that I played in, where I built forts out of like sticks and branches, and the spots where we used to hide all the pornos that we stole from the Quick Check dumpster. It was a nice little trip down memory lane.
Hmm.
But yeah, that
What?
flea market place, they
Did you buy
had
anything?
no, but I was tempted. They did have some cool shit. Like they had a crazy pet store that had those Zoschel Shodels. What are they called?
Axolotls.
Axolotls. Those weird underwater salamanders that have like coral branches growing out of their fucking head. Coral. And then they had like this used DVD and Blu-ray shop that had all these deep cuts. So Shuddy got Dom all these shitty movies that he's probably gonna love.
Uh, what was it? Florida Straight.
Yeah, some like insanely obscure movie with Raul Julia.
Florida Straits.
I think on Letterboxd, 120 people have marked it as watched. I know Dom loves a deep cut.
So when I was trying to find something for Dom for his birthday. I wanted to get him something fun. I usually buy him t-shirts, so I wanted to avoid doing that this year. And since I knew Kevin was coming out, Quakertown Farmers Market was always the plan. So I walked up to the guy who worked there and asked him if he could show me where movies similar to Hard Ticket to Hawaii would be. And he walked me over right to a section full of exactly what I was looking for. And
Yeah,
Hard Ticket to Hawaii is a movie that we did on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch, Jeff? That is
Was it
an
recent?
absurd. No, it's an older episode of the show, and it's an older movie. It's just an absurd, straight to VHS kind of 80s action movie.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm on the IMDb page now. I've
Yeah,
never heard of any of these people.
well, the guy that directed it, he was like, I think he might have lived in Hawaii, and all he did was make these movies called, I think he refers to them as triple Bs. It's like bullets, bombs, and boobs, and he literally would just write the shittiest scripts possible, shoot them in these beautiful locations, and cast penthouse pets to just shoot guns and things would explode and then titties plop out. You would love them.
What? It sounds great. What was there nudity in Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
Oh yeah, tons. Because the two female
Check
leads
that
are
out.
penthouse pets, so they just have their boobs out constantly. But let's see, what else happened? I did go to American Dream, and it's kind of
Yeah.
what's it called? Serendipitous of how we were just talking about Toys R Us and how much we want Toys R Us back. And when I went into American Dream, which, quick backstory on it, it is this massive project by the Meadowlands in Jersey, kind of near New York, that they've been working on. I think they first started coming up with a plan for it in like 96. And then they finally got things off the ground, and it took them, I think, 17 years to build it. It's a $5 billion mega mall that has, amongst other things, a fully functioning indoor ski and snowboard slope. It has 2 mini golf courses. It has a 7D virtual reality experience. It has a Nickelodeon theme park and a DreamWorks themed water park with Shrek slides and stuff.
What? are the 7Ds?
I mean, the usual 3D, and then
Well, yeah.
I'm
What
guessing
are the four additional?
they pump in some stanks, so there's smell-o-vision. I'm guessing your seat vibrates, so that's another D. So I think that takes
Oh,
you
you
up
didn't
to
even
5D.
check this out.
No. I mean, so my mom and I were going to babysit for my sister and her husband because it was their anniversary. And since American Dream isn't too far from where they live, we just went up there and we're like, all right, let's kill like 4 or 5 hours here. And we barely scratched the surface. And it was kind of a bummer because I read online that they're not doing well at all, and I think they're losing something to the tune of $200 million a year on that place.
Yeah, that is not doing well.
No, and it wasn't even all that crowded. Granted, it was during the day on a weekday, but it was like, fuck, man, if there was something that cool in California, it would be a money printing machine. Like, malls in California are doing as well as they were in the 90s. Like, they are thriving.
American Dream Mall reported a $245 million loss in 2022.
Yeah, I saw that. Let's see that now on Bloomberg.
Man, if you live in that area, you got to check it out. Because I was telling like a lot of my friends and family about it, and they're like, "Oh, we've always wanted to go check it out." I'm like, "You better fucking do it because it is awesome, and it is probably not going to be around for all that long." But like, it had everything you could want. Like, it even had a fucking Toys R Us in it. A fucking Toys R Us! Come on! Granted, it didn't have all the stuff that I wanted from a Toys R Us. Like, they had 0 Ninja Turtle figures, but they did have a lot of Ninja Turtle plushes from the new movie, so I guess that's fine. But they had an entire board game room, which was cool. And I bought some board games from my mom's place because couldn't go to a Toys R Us without giving it some money. And she got my 6-month-old nephew some baby toys and stuff. But they didn't have video games, which was a huge bummer. I was kind of hoping they would still be on the slip system where you pick the little slip up from behind the folder, pay for the slip, and then you go to a video game room to pick it up.
But that slip system hasn't existed for over 20 years.
So even before Toys R Us is shut down, what was their new system post the slip? The pay for a slip thing?
Like every other place.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me see if I can pull up some... I took some photos and stuff. So,
That's why I turned on sharing.
Okay,
Sharon is Karen.
Oops. Oh, this is going to play music and shit. All right, hold on. Let me try and share this son of a bitch. So this is a quick video of the indoor ski slope. You guys see it?
Yes.
Yep.
That's been there for a while.
Yeah, well, I guess this place opened in 2019.
The mall did, but the indoor ski slope has been there for quite a while. That was the first part of it that was built, I'm pretty sure.
And that place was actually doing pretty good for, a weekday in the early afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, a mall that big on real estate that valuable. It's right next to MetLife.
Look at this. I sent this to Jeff and Shuddy, but they had a massive Nerf section.
Yeah, did you ever pull the trigger on that?
No,
So,
I think I'm too fat for it.
Does that gun mount to the vehicle?
I believe so. Yeah, it's like
That's what
it's like a Mad Max car for Nerf.
Yeah, a Nerf battle racer. Like, it's fucking insane.
How fucking cool is that? Like, can you imagine if they had that when we were kids? I mean, I know only like the rich kids would have one, but I would certainly go over their house to play with it.
Yeah, for sure.
You could do fucking
I had
Nerf.
to go to a friend's house for it.
You could go do Nerf drive-bys. And this is, oops, here's the front of the Toys R Us. Not the most exciting thing in the world. Okay, so this, can you guys see this?
Yeah, Shredder.
Yeah, so the indoor Nickelodeon theme park had 4 different Ninja Turtle rides. And the Shredder one looked cool, but it almost looked like it's a roller coaster, but the carts you sit in are almost like the teacup thing. So while you're going on a roller coaster, they also spin. And I was like, all right, I'm definitely past my prime on that one. That will make me barf for sure. But this was the Nickelodeon theme park overview. And it's like, how can something this fucking cool exist and nobody be there? Like, I know it was a school day, but tourists didn't want to come check this out? Like, this was fucking rad.
That's a really cool
What's this?
picture.
That's oops.
What was that?
That was a Zoom call from the production meeting. But yeah, that place was rad. They had like a Krang ride that was almost like the pirate ship, but it was circular and it spun in circles while it would do the back and forth pirate ship thing, and then would do complete flips. So a lot of cool looking rides, but I was like, fuck, if I went on that, I'd be barfing all over the place. They had a Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like I put that picture up on my Instagram, but I took a picture with Olmec, and then behind it was a fucking Legends of the Hidden Temple themed ropes course. I was blown away by how fucking cool this place was.
Sounds like it's worth another visit.
I mean, my mom was like, "Oh, I'm coming back here. Like, I'm doing all my Christmas shopping here. I'm gonna buy myself some shit here."
No point in the
We
fucking-
should go back when you're back home for Christmas. I'll come up and we'll go.
Dude, I'm so down.
See what it's like at the busiest time of year.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll go on rides with you. I mean, Carl's gonna come out too, so we can make like a little road trip and just go on all the rides, except the ones that spin, so I don't barf.
Hey, you guys are going to Jersey for the holidays?
Yeah.
Was
That
it
sounds
pay
fun.
per ride or did you pay admission?
So there's like a QR code that you have to scan to add tickets, and I did not get as far into it to see what the tickets cost.
I'm looking that up right now.
They're also going to have
All day access pass. So you can buy an all day access pass for $60.
That's actually not that bad. From when Carl and I went to that carnival where we rode the zipper, riding the zipper was like $10 each, just one ride.
And then there's a points pass. Let's see. So it says all rides are 3 or 6 points. So it's $7 or $12 a ride, or $59 for the day.
It'd be 69.
But yeah, I mean, that place had an indoor skating rink, a 3-story candy shop, endless fucking restaurants. There's a Japanese food market that had a bunch of Japanese snacks and stuff. It was epic. I could have spent an 8-hour day in there. As somebody who loves malls, I was essentially gizzing my pants the whole time.
So
All right.
for $115 a person, you get Nickelodeon, you get the Legends of the Hidden Temple ropes course, Blacklight mini golf, the Mirror Maze, and the Tilt Museum.
So I did the mini golf, the blacklight mini golf. My mom and I played, and that was pretty cool.
You didn't
Who
do the
won?
Tilt Museum?
Nope, I didn't do the Angry Birds mini golf either. I beat her ass. We both got 3 hole-in-ones though. Just call me
Pretty sick.
Jack Off Nicholas.
And you still beat her.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have shot a hell of a score.
Oh, I was like Shooter McGavin out there, crushing it. They even gave me a jacket for my performance. My left arm is slightly longer than my left. But they have all this other stuff that's opening soon too. Like they had this big advertisement for this. It's supposed to be a wingsuit simulator. So you go into like an ultra realistic VR thing, and you get to experience what it feels like to do those wingsuits. So the people that just like glide down mountains and miss hitting trees and rocks by an inch. That would probably make me barf. Now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, Shuddy, when I'm back in December, we gotta fucking go. We should try and get as many people as possible together to make like a massive field trip.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What else did I do on my fucking trip back? That might be the meat of it. I was there for 5 days. And the only day I really partied was Dom's surprise party, which rocked me. I couldn't even... The night after was like my final night in town, and a couple friends came over, and I couldn't even have like a single beer. I just smoked some weed. I was like, I can't. If I take a sip of beer right now, I'm probably going to puke all over the place. Man, I feel like I'm missing something. Something fucking... whatever. Who cares? Did you guys get to watch any new shit in this past week?
Thursday, I went with the boys to you. Nope. I went with the boys to see Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, I watched that on the cock. I actually watched that on the cock on my iPad on the plane ride home last night.
What did you think of it?
So, I never played the game. I've never played any of the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Neither have I.
I
only went because the boys wanted to see it.
I've seen Willy's Wonderland, which is essentially the same movie, but it's R-rated and it has Nick Cage. And even that wasn't spectacular. I don't know. It was a little underwhelming.
I thought it was kind of fun to watch, but overall it wasn't very good.
Yeah, I mean, the characters weren't really written all that well, and especially towards the end. I don't know if like the gaps are filled in if you played the game, but I had no fucking clue what was going on at the end of it. I was like, wait, how is that person still there? And is this a ghost of that person or the real one? And how are these two? Like, they introduce all these twists, and I'm like, they're not fucking making sense here.
Yeah, I mean, the boys really liked it and thought it was good. They played the game, so maybe. But I was just like, whatever.
I'll tell you what,
there
though.
Were worse things I could have done, but it was not. I don't think it was all that great.
I think it would have been better if it was R-rated, and they could have gotten real nasty with the kills. Because they came close. There were a couple that were like, that was pretty fucked up for a PG-13.
Yeah, it was still. It was probably as close to be as bad as it could be to stay PG-13. Like, they probably trimmed stuff out of it to get it to PG-13.
I did enjoy seeing Matthew Lillard. I've always been a fan of his. So it was cool seeing him in something. And then it was like, this movie broke fucking box office records. For something that debuted in the theaters and streaming at the same time, it made a fucking fortune. And I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I do like Blumhouse and what they're doing for horror. So I'm pumped for them to get like a nice big chunk of change to go back into that coffer and just crank out more horror movies. I don't know. It was probably for those fucking whippersnappers we were drinking under the table at the Tally Ho, Shuddy. It wasn't for us.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I was only, I was like a 2.5 dicker for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Agreed.
Just a little underwhelmed and very, very clumsy stumble across the finish line. I had no fucking clue what was going on. But I don't know. As a cinema dork, I'm pumped anytime there's like the box office gets a win. Even Taylor Swift putting out her concert and making a shitload of fucking money. As long as people are going to the theaters, I'm pumped. I'll take it. Jeff, I'm guessing
Yeah,
you've just
he
been
must
watching.
fucking hate me.
Yeah, you've just been watching nothing but football.
Yeah, all I've been doing was watching sports. Yeah, I've been waking up fucking early so I can start preparing for basketball, to bet on basketball.
So wait,
Takes me a
basketball,
while to write this shit.
basketball and football overlap.
Yeah, there's actually what's called a sports equinox today. Yeah, hockey, basketball, football, and baseball are all tonight. And I think it's happened 29 times ever.
So, are you able to watch all those things? Because you
Yeah,
do have
could.
a sports matrix in your living room. You've got 3 TVs mounted on the wall.
Yeah, and a few computers. And I got like unlimited screens on YouTube TV, so I can fire up all my computers, all my TVs. And YouTube TV does this cool thing where they have like a multi-view, a sports multi-view. So I could put 4 games on my big screen, 2 games up top, and then my computer. So I can watch 7 or 8 games really.
I feel like it's like those 90s like dystopian cyberpunk movies where it's like in the future you will watch 17 sports at the same time, and then they cut to some guy wearing a helmet with like wires jacked into his neck and his mouth is hanging open and drool's coming out. Is that going to be you tonight? You're just going to be like,
Oh, Sports Matrix.
Oh, I'm going to be gizzing over some sports tonight. You can bet your ass.
you're going to be like
I
that
got
Randy,
so much money in play.
you're going to be like that Randy Marsh meme with just like you're laminated in giz and it's all over the couch and the TVs and the ceiling.
Oh yeah, I'll be Randy Marsh in it. Yeah, dude, I got to catch up on some stuff. I want to watch The Bear. That just got renewed for a 3rd season, and everyone sucks that show's dick.
Yep. They sure
The
do.
first that show's really good.
Yeah.
I will say it's really good.
Have either of
gotta
you guys
watch-
started the show that whose dick I'm currently sucking, The Fall of the House of Usher?
Got to watch that. I got a review that said from someone that said it wasn't that good, but then I've heard a few people say it was good. You really like it, right?
Yeah. I recommended it to like my family back east, and like my mom and sister started watching it, and they're all in.
And you think I would like it?
I do. Because it really is very Succession-y, but with horror elements and some pretty gross and gnarly kills and stuff.
So I guess I got to check that out. I want to see that movie, that Netflix movie with Bill Burr and Bokeem Woodbine, Old Dads.
I watched
I
that.
heard that was funny.
I watched that. I watched that
all
in
right.
Jersey.
Well, give it a review. What's up?
It was like I saw like a lot of, the whiny people on the other side kind of complaining about it. And I love Bill Burr. I love Bokeem Woodbine. I love Bobby Cannavale.
What does that mean?
Because he's like he's like a cranky older dad who's like doesn't get an overly sensitive society and like, wait a sec, we're not allowed to say this anymore. So some people were like, wagging their fingers at it, and I was like, all right, you know what? Now I want to watch it even more. And
The woke mob,
yeah,
as Outkick would call them.
yep, yeah. I don't think a lot of them enjoyed it, but I don't know. It was mostly like I looked on Letterboxd and I was just like, all right, I want to see what the film snobs. I feel like a lot of people on Letterboxd are very wagging their fingers at things, and it was a lot of people just calling it outdated and stuff like that, and that stuff doesn't bother me all that much.
It's getting me more interested, really.
But it had some moments that legitimately got me. Like, I don't know, Bill Burr is just one of those. I feel like he's underrated as an actor. Everything I've seen him in, he fucking crushes. Even like his little stints in Star Wars stuff.
What do you mean got you? Like give you the chin wobbles or sentimental moments or funny?
No. Got me laughing. Like I laughed out loud multiple times. It's not like, I don't know, it's not exactly reinventing the wheel, but if you like Bill Burr, you fucking got to watch it. You get
Yeah, I don't need for the wheel to be reinvented. I
Yeah.
think my favorite movie of the year is that No Hard Feelings movie with Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah.
so far. And, that was pretty straightforward. Just goofy comedy. It's fucking sick. So
Yeah.
I'm down. I heard from a few people that Old Dad's is good. How many old dad dicks would you suck?
I mean, it's like a 3.25.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like
Do.
no, it's not do. It's
Bom,
still
bom.
you will still laugh at it. It's just like,
Check
all
out
right,
the
that was
runtime here.
it's like 100 minutes. It's not too long.
God, fucking Google does this gay bullshit where they give the fucking IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes scores, like in the Google list. Like if you just Google something, like Google a movie. So I'm looking at the score. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 26.
That's
A
bullshit.
26.
No, it is not a 26.
IMDb gave it a 6.2. Apparently, 80% of Google users like this movie. I'll trust Google and IMDb more than bitch ass Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, if you like this podcast, you're not going to be. I can't see you being disappointed by Old Dads. Like there are
104
genuine,
minutes.
really, really
Love that.
solid laughs in it. And Bill Burr, like I said, he's fucking awesome. Like Bill Burr should act more. But it's like one of those things. Like he's like a Hall of Fame Mount Rushmore stand-up comic. So like he's in like the highest echelon possible of that. And it's like, all right, do I want to take time away from this thing that I was just like clearly born to do this other thing that's time consuming that I'm also amazing at?
Yeah, he does eventually because the can't. I mean, he doesn't have to do the traveling comedy grind anymore. Like he can just do a fucking Netflix special and probably get 10, 20 million, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sick money. But still, it is a grind. And if you're going to do those specials right, you have to work on your material in clubs and tour it around and tinker with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And, the comp that I would make for him, he's not as talented, which is just saying a lot about this person, but like, Robin Williams. Robin Williams is just, I mean, he could do anything really entertainment wise, but, maybe he pulls out an Oscar worthy performance in the next 15 years. Cause I agree with you. I think he's got it in him.
Yeah. Like it might sound like an ass kissy thing that we're trying to say because we're Bill Burr fans, but objectively, dude has fucking acting chops. He's really, really fucking good.
I would think less of someone else's taste if they didn't like Bill Burr.
Yeah. He's just objectively funny. Like he might say some things that are like, "Ooh, you're not supposed to say that anymore," but objectively fucking
no,
funny.
I'm just fucking with you. Bill Burr is awesome. Like he was amazing in The King of Staten Island. Like no, I'm just when you said that, I just wanted to. I've been very quiet for a little while, so I just didn't want people to forget I was here.
Imagine that though. Someone be like, I don't know. Bill Burr doesn't really do it for me. I don't think he's that funny. It's like, well, who are you? What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna waste the wind coming out of my lungs to try and say anything funny around you.
Yeah, I'm not, and I'm also not going to waste time defending Bill Burr. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like even a matter of opinion thing. If you come to me like that, with you talk some shit like that, you're just flat out wrong.
Yeah, it's like, all right, well, that's stupid. It's a stupid opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, I know I didn't give it like the highest score in the world, but it's still worth watching. Like you will 100% laugh.
It's only a 104-minute commitment. If it was 3.25, I mean, Old Dads with fucking Bobby Cannavale and Bill Burr isn't going to be a 3-hour runtime. But if you have a 3-hour runtime on a fucking three dick movie, I'm like, nah, dude, no, I'm passing on that one.
Yeah.
You can watch a whole football game in that time.
Well, I see we've got a little bit of time left on the meter.
Oh boy.
Do you guys think we should do something shocking to fill it?
I think we should. I
Should
think we
we
should.
do something we haven't done in a long time?
I really don't know what you're talking about. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
What do you think about trying to dust off?
Voicemails, yay!
Have people love that idea? Have people stopped sending them?
So I took a look. I opened it up last week, and we kind of ran out of time last week to do it, but they're not piling on like they used to, but there are definitely still new voicemails coming in. Wow. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first 8 voicemails cover from July 12th to now. So they definitely fell off a bit. Well. Oh, I remember. Hold on. I'm going to do the fucking pull out and put it back in. Maybe get a little queef out of it.
I love when you pull it out and put it back.
There. Oh, it's making a buzz. Let me pull out and put it back in again real quick.
Shake it around, spit on it.
Okay, let's see if it worked.
What's up, guys? Stabby Landlord with another dog story.
I feel like I gotta like, we need to be reintroduced to these guys outside of like Poop and Kathy and Chewy Lee. I forget who was that. Who is this? What did he say his name was?
Stabby Landlord.
All right, I should remember that name, but for some reason I don't.
Sometimes he licks other dogs' pee. I don't know if you guys ever noticed when this happens, dogs like do this little like piss chatter where they like kind of chatter their teeth. What the fuck? What is that about? And do people who are obsessed with piss and like drink piss and porn and shit? I don't watch that, but do people chatter their teeth when they get piss in their mouth? Let me know what you think.
I mean, Stabby Landlord, you could easily solve this mystery yourself right now and just piss into your own mouth and then call back and see if your teeth chatter. I've never noticed that. I mean, I know dogs love piss because that's how assholes and piss and poop is how they identify each other and claim territory, but I've never seen a dog chatter their teeth over piss. Have you guys?
Neither have I. Nope.
I don't really think I know what that is.
When Lil
Chatter
Mama,
their teeth.
when Lil Mama relishes in a bunch of piss, does her teeth do weird things?
No, she doesn't spend a lot of time in piss, I don't think.
Well, what do you think? You just using context clues. What do you think chatter your teeth means?
I feel like when you're really
back.
cold. When you're really cold, you just go like your
that's what
jaws
chattering
starts
teeth are.
spazzing.
Yep. Or
Man,
when
I'm
you're
on fire today.
allegedly on MDMA.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that happening to people who do
Yep.
MDMA.
But yeah, as far as your piss questions, I mean, little Lucy the Yorkie, she really gets up there when she sees like some grass or a leaf with some piss on it.
Does she lick it though? Or was he
think
saying sniff it? I couldn't really hear the voicemail very
I know.
well.
I don't know why they're so quiet. But I don't. I don't ever see her tongue darting a piss leaf or anything like that.
Neither. I don't see that with my dogs either.
Almost. That'd be a bad girl if little mama did that.
Yeah,
Or
she's just like,
oh shit.
Ew. Oh, little mama, that's fucking nasty.
Bad girl, little mama.
Okay, let's see what this human would like to say.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Connor calling on a Friday, just about to get off work here and go up to the Paso Robles Mid-State Fair and see some Sammy Hagar and just was listening to a couple.
Hot take. I think Sammy Hagar kicks ass.
But he's not better than David Lee Roth, right?
No.
Whose side you taking the breakup, David Lee Roth or Van Halen? Van Halen. He's a cop. He's a cop.
Old episodes right now. I'm listening to 413 Yo Canada, and just a couple old Jeff Suck a Dick questions just got me thinking, and just wondering if Jeff would suck a dick,
Think about me
or if
blowing
he would
someone.
rather have like a very thick Spanish or Italian accent for the rest of his life. Same voice, but like, oh, por favor. It's not an accent, I guess, but
Oh, mamma mia! I want a tongue darty or a piss of flaps.
Yeah, I was just saying, can you do an impression of me as an Italian?
It's a me, Jeffy boy.
I don't know.
Giuseppe. Actually, Giuseppe's Italian Jeff. I don't think there's an Italian Jeff name. Look that up.
Like Papa Giorgio?
Oh, it's a me, a Papa Giorgio.
Spanish, but you know what I mean. And you guys, I love the show. Can't wait for it every week. Kill it. MasterChef fucking slaps. I love it. Everything you guys do, you're the best, and you get me through every week. Cool. Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you, Connor. So what do you say,
Yeah,
Jeff?
thanks, dude.
Would you suck a dick or have an Italian or Spanish accent for the rest of your life?
I'll pick the Italian accent for sure. My grandma's full Italian. It's the only ethnicity that's in my family tree that I fuck with, to be honest.
What if you suck a dick or you have a Jamaican accent like Gary Oldman in True Romance?
Oh no, that accent's hard. I'll take that one. I'm not sucking a dick there.
Oh,
I don't even know what was. I still sometimes I think about that character and I was like, what was he even going? What was that person?
I have no idea.
Was he white? He was white, right?
Oh yeah, 100% white.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Where were we? Here's another voicemail.
Not sure when you boys are going to get this, so it might, But, Duddy, Kevin, 4.5, 475 for Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Are you serious? Listen, I know we're all close to the same age. We all grew up with the old Ninja Turtles, but come on. Do me a favor and try watching these movies not high. I know that's sacrilegious to say with MSPH, but try watching them sober.
Sounds like we got a fucking narc on our hands.
And then see if that
Oh,
doesn't
fucking
affect
wire wearing snitch.
Yeah, this fucking pussy's going Karen on weed.
your score. Because that movie was not good. 2.5, 275 on a good day. But seriously, come on. Try it sober just once. Try something sober just once. Just one of these movies. Come on. Seriously, you guys are awesome.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I got stoned specifically to watch that one, but most movies I go to, I don't get stoned for anymore because I'm fucking old, and it makes me sleepy. Man, everybody I know that watched that Ninja Turtle movie fucking loved it, and most of them weren't stoned, so you might just be a weenie.
That's what I'm leaning towards.
Maybe a bitch. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the voicemail.
Oh, I think we have a voicemail celeb. Just looking at the transcription.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's Mike in Missouri.
Oh.
Hey, just wanted to kind of chime in on your weight loss competition. Super excited for you
Oh
guys.
my god.
Yeah, we're gonna disappoint the fuck out of you right now, Deep Voice Mike.
I haven't
Are
stopped
we?
eating.
Sure that everybody's going to be losing a little bit of weight. Hopefully everybody gets down to their goal weight and it is very successful. But we all know, as Jeff can attest to, the hardest part is keeping it off. So maybe consider adding a wrinkle to the competition, that after you have your end date sometime this fall or before the holidays, but then maybe there's a 6 months later or a check-in a year later and have a really fun/nasty punishment for the person who has regained the most percentage of weight after the bet is over, as some more encouragement to stay on track.
Good Lord.
Just throwing it out there. You guys keep up the good work. We'll keep listening. Take care.
I hate Mike's idea more than the first idea.
Yeah, this week was awful. Like I said, the first thing I ate was Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. I mean, there was pizza consumed, there was pasta, there was ice cream, there were snacks, there was candy. My mom and I went to a bar because we had like a free night, and we were just like, let's just go get a couple drinks at this dive bar down the road. They had good food apparently. So we go in there, and there's the high-end dining and like fancy food, LA kills it. But as far as hole-in-the-wall, mom-and-pop Chinese food and Italian food, there is much to be desired. If you've ever had East Coast Chinese food and East Coast Italian food, it is God tier.
And if you haven't, you're not living your best life.
So, being back on the East Coast, I had to get some Italian food, and this place had some chicken piccata, so I was like, all right, fuck yeah, let's do it. It's very bad for me. I know there's a bunch of butter in it, and it's pasta, and there's like breading on the chicken and fucking whatever. And I look at the bar or the menu, and I'm looking at the side options, and I'm like, okay, they got broccoli. So I'll even things out. I'll make sure I get some vitamins. I'll get some fucking vegetables in me. Ordered a side of broccoli. The broccoli came out. It was essentially a bowl of melted butter, and then someone threw a couple broccolis in it. It was fucking ridiculous. So, like, even when I tried to eat something healthy, I ended up eating butter-soaked broccoli. So I felt it when I was walking. When I got back to my apartment this morning, I stayed at Carl's last night, and I'm kind of like running to get in so I could shower and get laundry done and get ready for MSPH. I felt the fat on the side of my ribs was Baywatch jiggling as I was running holding my bags. Like I got fucking titties on the side of my ribs now. It's bad, Mike. It's bad. To the point where I don't think I need to weigh myself for another 2 weeks. I am gonna give it I am gonna get back in the groove. I've actually been planning out time during the day to get the exercise bike back out and watch movies on it and really give it a shot, because I would like to. I don't have that far to go to not be gross without my shirt. Like I don't know, maybe like
I have at least 3 years.
10,000 push-ups to maybe get rid of my titties. I feel like I can chip away at that.
I am down 13 pounds.
Jesus, Shuddy. I mean, this past week, what did that do to you?
No, that is what the scale said this morning.
Fuck.
I mean, if you puked any of it up, you should be all right.
I didn't puke at all, thankfully. Like, that's how I know that I got right to the line where things could have gone weepy, is because I didn't vomit.
Always the show off, this guy.
Oh, look at you.
And Jeff, I'm guessing the sports equinox, whatever the fuck it's called, is not going to be bringing a bunch of vegetables and rice cakes to your coffee table.
No, I'm going Al Michaels here, dude. I'm not eating a vegetable. I haven't eaten a vegetable in weeks.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to bite a prostitute.
No.
Is that the wrong guy?
That was Marv Albert.
Oh, shit. Thank you for clearing that up so I don't get sued.
Oh, I thought you saw this. But I guess it would make sense for you not to see it. But Al Michaels in a recent interview said that he's never eaten a vegetable, and he's proof that you don't need to eat a vegetable to survive. The guy's like, he's in his 80s, and he still has a job making, I don't know, probably $20 million a year. So he's fucking killing it.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma on my mom's side, the 85-year-old that fucking ate shit and knocked her teeth out. She has never exercised a day in her life. She hates exercise because she doesn't like sweating. So she won't do anything that will induce a sweat. She does not watch what she eats. I think one of the reasons why she's not, she's still alive and she's not a blob is because she also does not like relaxing. So she is, even though she lives alone now and she has like a tiny condo that she lives in, she's always on her feet, Windexing something, putting stuff away, cleaning. She never really sits down to the point where her doctor set a daily reminder in her phone and was like, when this thing goes off, make yourself a cocktail and sit in the goddamn chair and sit on the couch and just watch TV or something. Like, you have to stop being on your fucking feet all day. But, like, she's sharp as a tack, still going at 85. Her mom lived to be 95, and she put so much salt on all of the stuff she ate at the dinner table that it looked like she went to Olive Garden and they were doing the Parmesan cheese and like, say when. Like, if people were around her, they would literally rip the salt shaker out of her hand because it was disgusting. And she ate a lot of meals by herself where there was no one to stop her and all the salt she put on her food. And the only reason she died was because she was spiteful that my grandma went to Hawaii with her daughters on a trip, so she starved herself to death out of protest. She could have lived longer, but she's very petty. So I don't know. It might be one of those things where we'll see what happens with the generation of people that were like, oh, I'm going to take fitness seriously and eat well. Like, are those people going to live to be like 130? And also, if you take care of yourself for all those years, what will a healthy 130-year-old look like? Is it that fucking zombie guy who was in that viral video, who was just like a mummy reaching out for things, invisible enemies? Did you see that video? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Fucking terrifying. The guy looked like Dalsim from Street Fighter. He was just like some gangly skeleton.
Yeah, but I mean, in his defense or his argument, be like, what else does he have to do?
Yeah. I don't know. Should be interesting. I'm curious to see in like a couple decades when the first person who I lived an entirely healthy life. No processed food, exercised 5 days a week, kept my cardio up. Like, if that person makes it to 120, are they going to look like a regular 80-year-old? Or will they just look like a grinning skeleton?
Well, I mean, we have someone in our friend group, more me, but you guys are related. Kwame. Motherfucker. I don't think he's ever eaten a piece of candy or soda in his entire life. And I have to ask him. I don't think he's ever had ice cream.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I do.
Well, if he still listens, I hope he gives you an update.
He does. He does.
Oh, shit. Shout out to Kwame.
And I don't think he smokes pot anymore because he's in like full on dad mode. But even when he did smoke pot, he never really, he wouldn't eat junk food. He didn't
eat asparagus.
No, like we would get the spot that he really liked. And when he visited was this place, it was called Golden Bowl, and they did like teriyaki rice bowls. That's pretty much the most unhealthy I've ever seen him eat.
What about drinking?
Yeah,
does he like to party? Has he ever gotten wasted?
Yeah. He can funnel his ass off. Like that guy could funnel a beer like as fast as almost anyone.
Beer's pretty bad for you. Lots of calories.
Fair enough. Yeah, he would drink with us. I mean, we threw college parties all the time. We'll say that he got drunk once or twice a semester. We'll say.
Damn. Yeah, he's probably gonna live to be like 200.
Yeah, maybe, but to your point, we'll see. We'll check on him in 20 years.
I mean, we'll have to check on him in 20 years because he's probably going to outlive all of us.
Yeah, he's going to check on us in 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this motherfucker, like he's carrying like single digit percentage of body fat. Like it's under 10 for sure. I don't know what the number is, but it's single digits. So yeah, we'll check in with him.
Okay.
Like, hey, Getting production on those shitto going. Hey, how's your health?
All right. Where are we? Yeah, we got time for another one. Oh, I already see in the transcription. It's fucking Pyro.
What's up, guys? Pyro here. It's August 31st, so you'll probably get around to this in 2024 long after the competition is over. But anywho, no, really, I mean, if you don't want to increase your activity, cutting calories is the best. But, you know, I've always preferred the method of, like, I have a job where I walk like 17 miles a day, so to maintain weight, I have to eat like 4,000 calories a day. So I get to be my inner fat ass while keeping my exterior fat ass hidden. But, you know, just a thought. Anywho, have a good one.
Oh.
That was a lean one.
Yeah.
It's Pyro.
And it looks like he called back with another lean one. We can just finish that out. I mean, it is kind of weird that we're talking about the fitness stuff now, and he's got his... I mean, Shuddy, you didn't really change anything, but once you got a job where you were on your feet all day, the pounds kind of fucking melted off for you.
Well, that's how I did it initially.
Yeah.
But I've been working out and eating better this time around.
All right. Well,
I kind of got a little bit lax with the eating well, but I'm still doing kettlebells, and I have muscles in here now that I never noticed before, like in my pecs.
Can you do the Terry Crews titty bounce yet?
Not noticeably, because I still have my. I mean, I'm still chubby. Like I'm barrel chested though now instead of flabby. Like my pants are bigger.
And we call that, me and Shuddy and Dom would call that the Lex Luger titty jiggle.
Yes, we would. But I'm finding that my pants are tighter in the thighs and the calves from doing squats and such.
Oh man, Shuddy Boy's gonna have fucking cakes.
They're big in the waist and then small in the thighs and the calves.
Well,
not when I say small, they're noticeably tighter than they were last year, but like they're not unbearable. Like I'm not fucking yoked all the way around like some sort of lifter or anything. I'm just in better shape than I was 2 months ago.
I hope that when I see you again in December, you have a big fucking Kim Kardashian ass.
A wagon.
I mean, as long as if you promise that you'll smack it, I will do my best to have it.
I mean, weird, but I guess I'll commit.
Don't make that promise. Don't.
I'll commit to that for the bit.
Just text him.
Like, think about it. Like, all I have to do is slap Shuddy Boy's ass, and he's gonna develop a Kim Kardashian ass. Very funny. I mean, now that we have the YouTube element, Shuddy Boy can like twerk for us. Yep, I'm now seeing your point. This is a bad idea, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy we got to the end of that quick.
All right, well, let's end things with one more quick pop-in from our friend Pyro.
What's up, guys? It's Pyro. Anywho, I am just calling because upon further reflection, I've realized...
Does he say that with every... What's up, guys? It's Pyro. Anywho. Is that like his usual sign-on?
I believe so.
Nice.
Everyone is wrong, including myself, because, you know, I said A Nightmare Before Christmas was obviously, like... I can't even remember. But the correct answer is it's actually a Thanksgiving movie since that's the best time to watch it halfway between them. That way, you know, split the difference. You get both holidays, Bob's your uncle, and then you don't have to watch, like, the, like, crappy Thanksgiving movies. Anywho, have a good one.
I don't know. I still stand by my statement that it is both. It is appropriate to watch at Halloween and Christmas.
And I stand by my statement that it's neither appropriate on Christmas nor Halloween to watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Too much singing in that stupid movie.
It's been so long I forgot that there was singing. If there is, that's even more to the point.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a Jeff Clark kind of movie.
It's a Kevin Kraft kind of movie. You don't really like musicals.
I don't, but there are some times where the rules break. Like, I think Nightmare Before Christmas is fucking awesome. I think South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is a five-dicker.
I was gonna say, I think that's technically a musical.
I haven't seen it in decades, but I mean, I remember really enjoying Little Shop of Horrors.
Team America.
Hey, I kind of like La La Land.
Orgasmo.
Kind of. I
mean,
did.
Definitely not a Jeff Clark movie, but Rocky Horror Picture Show is awesome.
Never even seen it.
I just say I don't prefer musicals because it makes me uncomfortable when people sing at me. But there are exceptions to the rule. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening. And if you need more MSPH in your life, please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Every week we do an extra bonus podcast on there on the $5 tier. Today, right when we wrap this up, we are recording our 300th episode. And if you've never...
Holy shit.
Yeah, 300. So if you've never been a member of our Patreon, you get access to everything. The entire history of the MSPH Patreon is there. And if you get on the $10 tier, you have the ongoing battles of Queef or No Queef. You have What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Shuddy and Dom. You have all of Jeff's snack attacks and Between Two Flushes. 60 Seconds with Kevin. There's almost 60, so that means it's basically like an hour long of just stupid shit in my life. The Kevin's Nerd Hole. Jeff and I are going to record another Dragon Ball Queef this week, where the two of us pick the first episode of an anime series, watch it, and then come back and do a book report on it. Tons and tons of stuff. So check it out, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour, and you can thank us later. If you would like to see all of this madness play out before you, go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour, like and subscribe and all that goofy shit. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast and at John Cooper Movie. Hoping to have some updates for you guys shortly on that front. Things are starting to move along now that we're, a month past principal photography. And what else? Oh, yeah, check out Jeff's sports betting podcast. I mean, if you're about to head into the sports equinox, you're going to need Jeff's sage-like advice. Outkick bets with Jeff Clark.
Damn right. On fire in the NBA season through the first week, 10-5. Had a nice winning week in the NFL. I'll be dropping an NFL Week 9 podcast Wednesday, doing mostly daily NBA podcasts Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When I feel like I've been, what my schedule is going to be on that. So check it out. Outkick Bets, Jeff Clark.
Yeah, do it. And
do it.
I guess that's it, man. Thank you for listening. Tell a friend. Spread the Puminati word. And until next time, something!